Hello everyone, this is the great Lord and Master Osiron, the Eternal, or the artist formerly known as the Great Roberto. Okay, this is going to be an intro video to the Tarot and the True Tree of Life series. It's pretty important to do this video because there's so much going on in the videos, and there's so many videos now that a lot of the content may have been missed. And as this series progressed, the series turned into what it turned into because I was discovering as I was creating it. The first video I sort of created on a whim, and then after that it just blossomed into this amazing flower of creation. It just turned into something. The first video is called the Tarot and the True Tree of Life, and I put next to it proto version because that video, in comparison to the other videos, is almost like child's play. It's the second video where it really kicks off into high gear. The one where it says, I own the Tree of Life, that is the one. The first video is good, and it's powerful, but it's sort of in comparison to the following videos, it just doesn't, it barely holds a candle to them, because the second video, the numbers really tell the story. All the videos that follow that first. So this is going to be an intro video to the whole series, and I may even splice all the videos together and make one long video, just so it'll be easier for people to to click one video and watch it in increments as they see fit, because this is very important information. This opens the tarot up in a way that it hasn't been opened up by anyone else, because there's no books that say this at all. Even advanced books that I have don't say this. The advanced books are full of information, but it's full of wrong information. So what this series is going to consist of, the initial spark that set it all off, was the Tree of Life, or the so-called Tree of Life, which I called up until recently the Tree of Death and Stagnation, because if the so-called Tree of Life is used as a tree, it is the Tree of Death and Stagnation. But what that symbol really is, the true tree of the so-called Tree of Life, is actually a hybrid of two systems. It's the jewel of creation here, masquerading as the Tree of Life, but there's really two separate things. This is the true Tree of Life, and all these constructs of what they are. This is the Osiron tree. This is Osiron's jewel. This is Osiron's cube. And this is the Osiron tarot spiral. And this is Osiron's pyramid, or the true tetractys. And I'm naming them these things because until and unless anyone comes forward with evidence that says that they discovered these things before I did, I own them. Because even in all the Kabbalistic textbooks, they all say that the false cube is the real cube. They all say that the false tree is the real tree. They all say that the so-called tetractys is the real tetractys. And this, the Osiron tarot spiral, isn't even in anything. So this is a conjuration, that came out of my mind without any stimulus from other catalysts. Example being, the Tree of Life is a construct that is known by everybody. It precedes the Jews. It's geometry. This is geometry, and so is this, and so is this, and this is sort of the result of that geometry, because this is really the tarot cube, and this is the interplay of numbers in one of its most grand presentations. Is really what this is, but that's that. Yeah. So in this video series, it's going to start off with the Osiron tree, and that is the true Tree of Life. It's going to show you why it's numbered the way it is, 0 through 9. And then we're going to get into Osiron's jewel, the jewel of creation, And that's going to explain to you why it's numbered the way it is and why there's only 9 Sephirot in the creation. It's going to explain that in great detail. Then he's going to get into the Osiron cube. It's going to explain what the cube, how the true cube is. Because again, like I said, this cube isn't, equating the tarot to the cube isn't my invention. But what is mine is the proper coding of it. Because the cube as presented in even the most respected occult books is wrong. And I show that in the video series. And then the Osiron Tarot Spiral is just, I even called that the magnum opus. It's so powerful. This video series is so powerful. I was out of my mind for days after creating it. That's how powerful it is. And then over here we have Osiron's Pyramid, or the True Tetractys. And the True Tetractys is really 2 constructs fused together. See, that construct can be built from the top down or the bottom up. As a matter of fact, you've heard it said, or you may have heard it said, that the Pyramid of Giza was built from the top down. Well, that may be just a simple metaphor for the True Tetractys, because if you build it from the top down, it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you build it from the bottom up, it goes 0, then on up. If you fuse the 2 together, as I show in the video about this, it cancels each other out with the Divine 9. So this is it. This should be a very short video. I just wanted to sort of encapsulate what goes on in this video series. So, you know, if some people jump in on a video, you know what I mean, that's, you know, in the middle of the series, then, you know, they're not going to be like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? So this tells you what the entirety of the series consists of so far as of this date, you know, 4/25/2017, you know. More could very easily come. Because that's how this thing blossomed. I mean, it started out with the trio. Actually, this whole thing started out with me trying to just figure out why the supernal triangle was constructed the way it was, and then it just turned into this ever-evolving, revealing. It's like like a flower just opening and blossoming, and it kept revealing and revealing. And that now I have these 5 constructs here that are just, you know, entirely based on numbers. I mean, there isn't much conjecture in it. Most of it is all numbers. It demonstrates the importance of 0 through 9, you know, as a code, acknowledging that 0 is of utmost importance. I mean, without 0, nothing else exists. 0 is the, you know, it must be acknowledged, because without 0, as I show in this whole entire video series, everything falls apart. You know, so please enjoy the video series. It's full of powerful information, and namaste.